morning to all of you guys. The Mandalorian is finally here. Waiting week to week is a little bit hard for my soul, but I am ready to be here discussing it with you guys. So make sure, guys, if you guys are new here, hit that like and subscribe button so we can talk The Mandalorian every single week as we lead into the finale. And of course, make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Did you guys like this episode? Did you not? This is going to be very fun every single week since the last 2 weeks. Those last two reviews, I love hearing your guys' comments and your theories of what is going on and what is the future and what your guys' thoughts are on it. So I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. And of course, if you're new here, again, hit that like and subscribe button so we can all talk about Baby Yoda, because my God, episode 3 is easily the best episode yet of The Mandalorian. Full spoilers, of course, heading right into this episode. There were multiple moments, especially, I don't even know where to start. Like, this is hands down my favorite episode yet of The Mandalorian. And I was really getting ready. I was like, episode 3 is going to be the one that truly locks me in. And I'm totally fine with the runtime now. Like, that was been my major complaint with the first two. And it's not really a complaint, it's a nitpick. I'm just trying to be selfish. I want as much Mandalorian time as I can. But my God, what an episode. He finally delivers Baby Yoda to our Werner Herzog. I can never say the guy's name right. Jesus Christ, I'm bad with names. But Herzog gets the Baby Yoda. And as we see, the Mandalorian goes back. He gets his little bit of a flashback thing. The Mandalorian, they're kind of having their little mythology building. You kind of get to know more of their way. Even though, you know, there's been more within the books. And if you go into that, you can kind of understand some of this. But they're finally diving into that, into this current canon. And I love how they do it so subtly. And of course, again, we're still getting some of those flashbacks, which became some of the most intriguing aspect, is that there were droids in there. And particularly one droid, the big steel kind of chrome looking one from the episode 3, episode 2 days, which is very particularly interesting how they're going to tie that in. And I'm wondering where that goes to about. And it also makes me wonder, how old is the Mandalorian? Or how long were they actually using droids after episode 3? Because this is getting very interesting now, since this takes place after Return of the Jedi, and I'm curious to see where that all goes. But of course, we see him having this conversation with the Mandalorians themselves, and I'm just very intrigued and locked in there. But come on, as he's going back, he gets his new bounty. I'm sitting there, I'm like, go save Baby Yoda, save Baby Yoda. Who else was cheering that? Like, I would take a bullet for Baby Yoda. I cannot wait to own my own Baby Yoda when the merchandise comes out. Like, this is easily the most adorable thing to ever hit the market. Like, sorry, Baby Groot, push that aside. This is easily the most adorable and best thing in the whole entire world. And Disney is about to be printing money more than Disney Plus could even put out. Like, this is going to sell tons of money, and I'm all for it. Like, you know what? I know it's for merchandising, and I'm fine with it. It's baby flipping Yoda. So the Mandalorian, though, we keep going in. He says he gets in his ship. He's like, and you can kind of feel the regret in him. He goes back, and what an awesome build up to that whole point. Of course, we get a little bit more of Herzog. He's awesome. I love his voice. I love everything to it. But of course, we get a little bit more of Carl Weathers in this role. So grand. And just you're starting to see the regret and actually a little bit more to the character than we would expect from the Mandalorian. He's not just this one-note bounty hunter. He does have feelings. And I mean, seriously, if you were to pass on that kid and be worried about it, yeah, I would go back to kill a bunch of stormtroopers that hurt my people and save this adorable little thing that you've been taking care of since episode 1, the end of episode 1. And there's elements into that whole entirety. But as it builds into the third act, and the way that they structured this, like, it pretty much was a resolution to the first 2 episodes, built into where this is going to go, gives us a little bit more facts about a little bit more of that flashback. Got a little bit more of that. And dives into the Mandalorian story a little bit more, where they are all at, and then finally goes into this. The third act of this episode was fantastic. And again, I've already mentioned, this is easily my favorite episode to date, and one of my favorite episodes of television I've actually watched this year. It was so intense and also at the same time heavily entertaining. And my God, as we're building up to this point, he goes in there, he starts taking out stormtroopers left and right, using all the different mechanics that he has, all the different types of weapons that he has, the flamethrower, the little, I don't know what they're called, the birds, shooting out, killing them all very fast, saves Baby Yoda. And obviously there's still more to it. What did the Empire want with this guy? What is so special? What are they extracting from him? Are they trying to clone him? There's so many different theories about that. And again, guys, make sure to comment down below and let me know what your guys' theories are for this whole thing, because this is definitely going to be the main fundamental factor for the whole first season of The Mandalorian. Maybe even tying into where season 2 goes in, because we still have no Gina Carano in this show. And also IG-88 or whatever IG-88 is, or IG-11, I don't know exactly which one Taika Waititi's playing. We only had him in one episode. Like, this is very particularly interesting how they're doing it. I'm assuming he's probably going to go back to Nick Nolte. Like, that's kind of where I'm going at, but we're jumping ahead a little bit too much. Takes out the stormtroopers, saves Baby Yoda, starts walking out. All the other bounty hunters get the notification on their fobber that they must go stop him. They go to stop him, and it just turns into an old-fashioned Western shootout. And I've always said this, is that Star Wars is a Western, and this felt it to all sorts of levels. When he's in the back of the station kind of wagon for like sci-fi-ish that you could say, taking them out, pew, pew, pew. It's really entertaining. And it takes me back to the days of like some old Clint Eastwood movies, or even kind of gives me feelings of like Red Dead Redemption, some of the stuff I've done in there. It's so much fun in that factor. And again, this is truly a giant sci-fi Western, and I'm all for it. But then it comes down to that final moment when you just think he is about to lose. His whole clan, this is the way, comes into play. And as the Mandalorians come out of hiding to save his skin. And they are wrecking ass and killing everyone. It is one of the most fundamental parts of this episode, and one of the biggest parts where I was going, oh my god, this is the best episode yet, and one of my favorite episodes of television this year. It was such a gratifying moment as they were just trying to save him, showing off all their different weaponry and how they are protecting him. And of course, he gets away, saves Baby Yoda, shoots Carl Weathers' character. Carl Weathers survives because he has the money right there. And they blast off into space together, which again, probably going over to Nick Nolte's, which ends it on a fantastic level. Again, this is my favorite episode today, and I think it's probably going to be a lot of the same way with you guys. So again, if you're here, you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button, guys, so we can talk The Mandalorian every single week. Again, comment down below and let me know what your guys' theories are for next week as well. I absolutely had a blast with this episode. I'm going to definitely rewatch it later today after work. With my friends. I really cannot implore you how great this episode was. It was heavily entertaining. It was more interesting to the story, dove us in a little bit more, gave us a little bit more background history to The Mandalorian, and obviously, of course, gave us more flippin' Baby Yoda. I cannot wait for next Friday, guys. It's coming up very soon, but it'll be here as soon as possible, guys. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this video, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you all, and I'll see you next Friday. Stay classy.